The fate of 20 American men will be determined today, each man fighting with will and conviction for their moment to shine, for their spot on the Olympic team. Today, there are no gold medals. Up for grabs, 7 tickets for a plane ride to Barcelona. National champion John Roethlisberger. He wants to remain America's leading man, while Scott Keswick is here to erase the painful memory of his fall at Nationals. Heart surgery gave Chris Waller a chance to live. Will he again beat the odds? And Dominic Minicucci, he realizes how intense and severe the competition is. Lance Ringdahl, who will reach for his second Olympic journey, riding on a narrow margin between success and failure, he tries so desperately to hold on. His best friend and training partner, Trent Demas, also on that fragile line. Demas always hanging on with barely enough training funds to survive. And what of 36-year-old Kurt Thomas? Is this star of another decade able to make a comeback? We soon will know who can withstand the pressure, who can retain the composure. Passport to the Olympic Games, only 7 tickets to ride. It is the battle to Barcelona, and it is next. We are in Baltimore, known as Monumental City, a harbor town located along the Chesapeake Bay. The city is the home of the Star-Spangled Banner, Edgar Allan Poe, Johns Hopkins University, the Orioles, and today, the Olympic trials for men's gymnastics. Hello again, everybody. I'm John Tesh. And yesterday, we showed you the women's competition where the women qualified to go to Barcelona with Shannon Miller and Kim Zmeskal leading the pack. Today, the top 6 men here in Baltimore Arena will go on to represent the United States at the Olympic Games in Barcelona. A man who did that in Los Angeles back in 1984 is with me as expert commentator, Tim Daggett. And Tim, the 7th person is the alternate. If you finish 8th, you might as well have finished 100th.
That's exactly right, John, and it's an exact 1 through 7. If you finish 8th, you might as well not even have come to this competition. The women, you know, there's some petitions involved. The men, no such thing. 1 through 6, those are your competitors in Barcelona. The 7th is a traveling alternate.
Now, the leader after the compulsories for the men was Scott Keswick. What about his chances in Barcelona?
Did very well at the last World Championships, made a couple event finals, and ended up 4th on high bar. Actually narrowly missed a medal on that event with just a small step. So he has a shot in Barcelona.
There is another story here. It's the back of the pack story. The gentlemen who are fighting it out for that 6th spot. For more on that, let's go down to the gym floor and Beth Bruyak.
Thanks, John. Well, it's really the tale of 2 guys from the same gym in New Mexico, Trent Demas and Lance Ringdahl. Now, last year, these guys fought a lot. They were not friendly to each other. Then they were each injured, and somehow along the way in their recuperation, they seem to have found each other and become best friends. Now they're both on the comeback track together. They're both hoping desperately to make the Olympic team today. The other possibility is that they both might miss, but what about this one? Can you imagine if one of these best friends makes it to Barcelona and the other one is eliminated? Keep an eye today on Trent and Lance and this story. And by the way, if you see Lance today, wish him a happy birthday. He turns 22 today. Back to you, John.
We will, Beth. Thank you very much. A look at the leaderboard after 3 rotations of 6. And as you look at the rest of the board, you see that Trent Demas in 6th place, and his training partner, Lance Ringdahl, is not in a position to go to the games at this point. He's down in 9th. 3rd, entering the 4th rotation, is John Roethlisberger, 2-time national champion. His dad is his coach, and his dad, Fred, was a member of the USA's 1968 Olympic team that finished 7th.
And also his sister Marie, the alternate on the 84 team. John calls Marie his idol. As always, most critical aspect on the high bar are the release skills. Right here. He's got one more. It's tricky here. We'll turn back. He's got it. John is the U.S. national champion. He would have to have a major mistake to take him off this Olympic team at this point. Just the dismount. Got a stick. Oh, a little hop.
22-year-old John Roethlisberger.
Look at one of his release skills here. A lot going on. He'll turn his back to the bar And this skill is blind. He does not see the bar until right there. Right on.
And his score a 9.80 for Roethlisberger.
2 more.
And again, he's third entering this rotation. Next up is a newcomer, somebody we haven't heard much about, actually. Jair Lynch, 20 years old, from Washington, D.C. And he really is one of the USA's fastest rising gymnasts.
He certainly is, and we may very well be hearing a lot about this young man in the very near future.
He's majoring in civil engineering at Stanford. He's going to be a senior next year.
He's really exciting, and he does some extremely innovative skills. His first release. Got it. Now watch this. He'll catch in a mixed grip. Very difficult. Whoa. Very unique. Constantly pushing that envelope of originality. His dismount. Oh, he nails it.
If you didn't know who he was before that performance, you do now. Jair Lynch.
He is so calm, so cool. He just keeps knocking out these sets one after another. Watch this. What is so critical here, he's going to grab the bar in a mixed grip. Look at this, he turned his body around. That is all Jair Lynch. The dismount, what do you got to do? You got to nail it. Spots that ground and bang.
His dad is from Trinidad, his mom from Bogota, Colombia, and his score for high bar, a 9.85. Excellent score. 21-year-old Trent Demas is next on high bar. He's in 6th position, entering the 4th rotation, that magic go to the Olympics position. This guy missed a spot on the World Championship team when he fell on his head. You may have seen that. It's on the vault of the 1991 U.S. Championships. Not only did he miss a spot on the world team, but he also missed an opportunity to earn money as well, because the top 8 at championships were awarded training funds, and he thought he might have to quit the sport.
And I'll tell you, this is a very scary routine for Trent Demas. He does a huge release skill. It's called a Kovacs right here. Oh, he left it out. He took very, very risky skill that he was supposed to do there, John, and I think what he's decided to do, as you pointed out, he's in that 6th space. He is not going to take any chances. Triple back.
One step there.
Big step on the landing.
So he didn't take the chance with that difficult and risky part of the routine, but that could cost him as well, because if somebody else comes up with a better score, it could knock him out of 6th position.
It's a very dangerous option to take, but you know, he does have enough difficulty right here. His first set of releases.
She's a runner.
The luxury you have, John, when you're pretty darn good on an event, you can take one of your best skills out. But something to point out, you can do that here, but if he expects to win a medal with this routine in Barcelona, no way.
Now we wait for his score. His training partner, Lance Ringnauld, along with Kurt Thomas, set to come on the high bar to 9.75. So a respectable score, but not terrific. More gymnastics coming, featuring the high bar. Stay with us. Be right back.